Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning back in. If you do have the time, if not, I'm glad you guys clicked on the video. You know, this is my usual Sunday sermon, but it's a little different. But obviously I'm always walking all over the place. But we'll see if this video shows up because YouTube hasn't been showing me too much love lately with my stuff, but that's a different story. I didn't think I was gonna get back on here, but it's quite funny. But we'll see, man. But this what I wanted to talk about was since it is Sunday and I come with these sermons and stuff like that. I just wanted to talk about the matter of idols and celebrities and people who get so infatuated with them and so engulfed in their life following the path of these said idols, and you know everything just gets. Let me know if this picture if the quality is. But yeah, I'm back on. Sorry about that. It seems like the way life is going these days with anyone, men, women, whoever, everyone is. So I'm gonna, you know, trying to be like these people, buying their concert tickets, um, basically hitting them up on, Instagram, Facebook, DM, anything you can, like kind of like a stand almost, trying to be like this person, wanting to be near this person, but they don't respond, you know. And this is where we get this term idols, which I guess people really don't think of the whole correlation of it when it comes to idols, is that idols, people edify these things. Even back when we get back into the Bible and other scriptures, they create idols and they worship them, just like modern day worship that we're doing via reality television and on the internet and all of these things. But you create, which a lot of y'all do, you guys are responsible for a lot of these idols that a lot of times don't have any talent, i.e., everybody knows about Kim Kardashian and a bunch of other people who really don't have any talent. And the beauty that they do have, and I'm talking about women here, but men also doing the same thing, is enhanced based upon surgery and everything. So everything is really not real. So back in the times, the origin of idols were created as a means of creation of mankind for you to worship. You creating your own god or your own deity in whatever image that you saw fit or that came to mind, and everyone else would follow suit with that and say, "Hey, we'll worship this." Then it got to the point with different types of what's happening, Charlie? Different types of worship, but mostly uh, these idolaters, these polytheists who worship these things. They say they worship the God that resides within a statue or an idol or a doll, whatever it is that people worship. But one thing that's consistent with idols is that money, so you can't live the lifestyle. One thing that's consistent, now and back then, the times of antiquity all the way up to now, is that an idol is definitely not going to respond back to you. You know, we you can argue that nowadays, but for the most part, you're worshiping these people. Excuse me. I know you guys gonna start yawning and all that because it's contagious, right? But you send your prayers. Spend money. You do all of these things. You call upon these things. You worship these things. Something you created with your own two hands. And this thing cannot benefit you, cannot do you any good, cannot do you any harm, can't do anything at all, but you continue to do it. There's been times people have smashed up idols and have broken them, those who are of a more of a monotheistic religion. And I'm getting off onto, I guess, somewhat. I guess I'll touch on the story of Abraham, and then we can get into the same thing with Jesus, with people holding crosses around their necks and stuff like that. Exactly, made in China. You got crosses around your necks, and you know this is an idol that you're having around your neck that cannot benefit you at all. You know what I'm saying? This goes back, after Abraham with the Ten Commandments and the Law of Moses and stuff like that. But for those of you who didn't know, Abraham was in his youth, he was his family, his father before him was an idol worshiper, and everyone in that group in that area were idol worshippers. So he was only one of the few who worshiped God and believed in God, and worshipped him as one source of power. And he understood as a young boy how stupid it was that you would worship something that you created with your own hands. You know what I mean? How dumb is that you would think you could get help from that, something that you created. So if you created something yourself, you should be able to help yourself in that aspect as well. But idolaters and these people don't look at it that way. So basically, he posed this question to his father, and his father basically told him to shut up. This is the way our forefathers before us worshiped. And the same thing goes a lot now, with churches and stuff like that. If you tend to think outside, they'll say, well, this is the way our forefathers did. This is where my mother worshipped. This is how my father worshipped. So who am I? I'm just following tradition. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. But so one day, anyway, there was this house of worship that they had, where there was a bunch of idols, a bunch of statues created in there. So one day, Abraham basically, there were different sizes of the statues. So one day, he laid back, because my back is killing me. I have to fluff the pillow. Probably do, man. Sheesh. But one day Abraham, he took it upon himself to basically smash all of the statues, all of the idols in this place of worship. He smashed them all up, and he left one statue, and it was like one of the bigger statues or whatever. And what he did was he left a hammer right there next to that statue. So when the people came in for worship, or whoever came in for worship the next day, basically, he said, they were like, "What happened here? What happened here?" Or whatever, and they were like, "What's going on?" All the statues, all the statues are broken, and they look at one with the hammer next to him. So they questioned him because he was seen next to the place of worship. And they said, Abraham, what happened here? Why are all the statues crushed up and there's just this one right here? But he was like, he's thinking with intellect. He's telling them, well, why don't you ask the one in there, the one idol that's left in there, what the hell happened in here? So they looked at him like he was stupid. So he's basically looking at them like, you believe these things actually actually like are alive and actually can do stuff, but now you can't believe that they can break or they can move or anything like that. So basically they kind of got frustrated at him, and ultimately they devised the plot to burn him alive, because they just got tired of him coming along with this stuff, and the fact that he did all of this stuff, and even his father was with it. Basically, we're gonna burn him alive. So basically, when they created this fire, this super fire that everybody in the town was aware of and was there to participate, when they went to throw him in the fire, he was thrown in the fire, but he wasn't burned. He was cooled. because God made it to where the fire was cool instead, and he wasn't burned. So he walked out of the fire. Speaking of, I'm watching Game of Thrones, like Khaleesi did when she walked out of the fire on Game of Thrones. Same way, he wasn't burnt. So basically, that was just one thing, and obviously we know the people of Noah way before him were idol worshippers. They created their own, you know, and this is all brought about by the suggestions or the whispers of the devil. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, JJ? What's good? Wesley Butts. I meant to say what's up earlier, but the thing that I'm saying is we people tend to spend so much time, you know, even when it comes to pastors and all that, you know, you edify these people. You Jesus Christ, you got them around your neck. You know what I'm saying? People, they holding up crosses. In the movies, they tell you to hold up crosses. They tell you to make these symbols. You know, all of this is idolatry. You know, as much as people would like to be dismissive about it, it's idolatry at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Something that you're 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 putting faith or whatever in an object or in a man or whatever, and there's really no benefit to it. You know, and it's sad people go throughout their lives, you know, in this position. You know, when they see these people, all these people are gonna die, all these people are gonna pass. You know, people spend so much money trying to achieve the attention of something that's never gonna happen. They don't respond. So, just something to think about. We have to separate ourselves and root ourselves in the reality of things. I don't concern myself with any celebrity or anything like that because they're a man, they're a man, they're a woman, they're a human being, just like me. You know, and the fact that I have to pay, only time you I only time you should pay to see someone is if there's gonna be some benefit from it, some educational value, something that's gonna increase your funds or your lifestyle. When you're paying to see someone, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Investing my money into for somebody to put on a show unless there's just some educational value or benefit to it. But the way this world is going, man, it is what it is. But just wanted to talk about this real quick. No, it's not much of a Sunday summer. I wanted to get on here and talk about the eclipse, which I'll probably do it later because you know that's tomorrow, and everybody's coming out here where I live at, which I didn't think it was gonna be a big thing out here in Charleston just for this eclipse. What's gonna be funny because we have so much thunderstorms. If they have a thunderstorm tomorrow, and people have spent X amount of dollars just to come out here to witness this solar eclipse that's happening. So, more power to y'all. You know what I mean? But yeah, just wanted to say, yeah, I'm back. I was thinking, I was really thinking about just getting off of YouTube altogether, man, because this stuff is going crazy, you know. But I'm gonna give it probably to the end of this year. I'm gonna keep doing videos to the end of this year and see what happens. Then I'll probably just leave it all alone and just put my stuff private. Put all the vids on put them set the privacy that way, and you know, if I do it the Patreon way, whatever way, or some other way, you know, because if they're on the same path as far as just doing it like that, you know, then who knows? But appreciate you guys tuning in. I guess I'll probably be posting not as frequently, but I'll keep posting. So, you know, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next video or live stream, man. I'm out of here.